Baywatch. Here are some of the reasons the movie bombed. Let's begin with the obvious. Awful reviews. Baywatch immediately began to sink when reviews were released, with critics questioning why it even existed in the first place. Frank Sheck of The Hollywood Reporter knocked the movie for unnecessary vulgarity, saying that the movie's desire to push the envelope rarely works for anything other than shock value. Entertainment Weekly said even Johnson's charisma couldn't save the film. Rolling Stone's Peter Travers disagreed, saying the only good thing about the movie was Johnson's performance, but describing the script as full of sitcom leftovers. It's no secret that awful reviews can drown a film pretty quickly, but for R-rated comedies, reviews are especially critical. For every successful edgy comedy like The Hangover or Deadpool, there are movies like The Brothers Grimsby and Hot Tub Time Machine 2, which both took quick nosedives at the box office after bad reviews hit. There's definitely still a market for adult humor, but viewers don't seem to be willing to take the risk on comedies that critics pan, especially when they could just be walking into 2 hours of gross humor and vomit gags.
Hey, a foot! That's good luck, pick it up.
And if you think reviews don't matter to the younger audience that Baywatch was depending on, think again. A study that Paramount conducted revealed that a majority of younger moviegoers regularly rely on review aggregator sites like Rotten Tomatoes to determine how they're going to spend their movie-going bucks. Memorial Day crash. Baywatch's awful performance on its opening weekend wasn't entirely its own fault. The movie was plopped down in the middle of Memorial Day weekend's worst box office since 1999, with the 4-day total coming in at just $172.3 million domestic. The box office hasn't dipped lower since the weekend Star Wars: The Phantom Menace premiered, when the total haul was $142.5 million. Some analysts predict the summer of 2017 as a whole could be a box office bummer, with TV and streaming releases pulling viewers away from the draw of the big screen. This summer could see a number of other huge flops joining Baywatch. All of them will be looking to recoup their budgets overseas, where the waters may be a bit friendlier. Tough competition. It's going to be a tough task for any movie to find a way to stop the box office juggernaut that is Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. The film was in its 4th weekend in theaters when Baywatch hit, but it still managed to top the comedy, adding another $25 million to its nearly $800 million worldwide haul. Baywatch also had another battle-tested enemy in Pirates of the Caribbean, returning after a 6-year break for Dead Men Tell No Tales. Add that to the likes of Alien Covenant, Snatched, and the surprising rom-com hit Everything Everything, and it's clear how Baywatch has some stiff competition when it came to grabbing viewers. And there's even more competition on the horizon, with Wonder Woman bursting onto the scene during Baywatch's 2nd weekend, and Tom Cruise's The Mummy joining for its 3rd. Baywatch isn't a big deal. Having Efron and Johnson on board for Baywatch definitely helped get audiences out to the theaters, but the studio dramatically overestimated just how much people cared about, Baywatch. Yes, the TV series was a minor hit during its run, and has become a small cult hit since, but it isn't currently available on any major streaming service as of the making of this video, making it unlikely that younger people would have discovered it like they've discovered some older series. Baywatch also shot itself in the foot by alienating fans of the original show. This probably isn't a movie hardcore Baywatch fans would actually want to see. The Baywatch movie is full of all of the shock value an R rating will allow, but the Baywatch TV series never took things past basic cable levels of vulgarity, which isn't much.
I thought we were lifeguards. Everything that you guys are talking about sounds like a really entertaining but far-fetched TV show.
Ultimately, fans of the original series wouldn't be able to recognize the movie, while young audiences were expected to pick up on an unfamiliar brand and head out to theaters. Without a solid approach to any demographic, very few people were interested in giving the movie a chance. And for anyone who did actually head out to see the beach to whale that is Baywatch, the film's thinness ultimately made it forgettable for viewers, despite the surprisingly high user review score the movie's earned on Rotten Tomatoes. No matter how high that user review score climbs, it probably won't be enough to provide the word of mouth necessary